Can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds without wobbling? If you're over 60, this simple test tells you more about your body than you might think. It's not just about balance, it's a window into how your brain, feet, and inner ear work together to keep you stable. Doctors use this exact test to predict fall risk and long-term mobility. But here's what catches most people off guard. The number you get isn't about age. It's about practice. Your body hasn't lost the ability to balance. It's just waiting for the right instruction. In the next few minutes, we'll walk through the test together, decode what your result actually means, and show you the exact steps to improve it starting today. No equipment needed, just you and a few moments of focused movement. Before we begin, drop a comment and let me know. Have you ever tested your balance like this before? Or is this your first time trying it? Let's start with the test itself. You're going to stand on one leg for as long as you can, up to 30 seconds. That's it. But before you try it, let's set it up correctly so you get an accurate result. Find a clear space where you can reach a wall or sturdy surface if needed. You're not going to hold on to anything during the test, but it's there as a safety net. Stand with your feet together, arms relaxed at your sides. Pick one leg, it doesn't matter which, and lift your foot just a few inches off the ground. Don't lift your knee high, just enough so your foot clears the floor. Keep your eyes open and focus on a spot straight ahead. The moment your foot leaves the ground, start counting. Here's what most people notice right away. Their body starts making tiny adjustments. Your ankle shifts. Your hips tilt slightly. That's normal. Your balance system is working. What you're looking for is how long you can hold this position before you need to put your foot down, touch the wall, or shift your standing leg. So why 10 seconds? That's the baseline. Research shows that people over 60 who can hold a single leg stand for 10 seconds or more have significantly better mobility outcomes and lower fall risk. It's not a pass-fail test, it's a snapshot of where your balance system is right now. Now, here's the part that surprises most people. The first time you try this, you might not hit 10 seconds. And that's okay. It doesn't mean you're weak or unsteady. It means your balance system hasn't been challenged recently. Think of it like this: if you haven't practiced writing with your non-dominant hand in years, the first time you try, it's going to feel awkward. Your balance works the same way. If you made it to 10 seconds or beyond, that's a strong result. It means your body's coordination network is active and responsive. If you didn't quite reach 10 seconds, you're in good company, and more importantly, you now have a clear starting point. Either way, this number tells you something valuable. It's not about judgment. It's about awareness. Before we move on, take a moment and try the test on your other leg. You might notice a difference. One side is often steadier than the other, and that's completely normal. Your body adapts to the movements you do most often. If you always step up with your right leg first, that side might feel more stable. It's not a weakness, it's just information. So now you have your number. Maybe it's 5 seconds, maybe it's 20. Whatever it is, hold on to that. Because in the next section, we're going to decode what that number actually reveals about how your body is functioning, and it's more than just balance. So you've got your number. Now let's talk about what it actually means, because this isn't just about how long you can stand on one leg. It's about what's happening beneath the surface. When you stand on one leg, 3 systems in your body have to work together instantly. Your eyes track your position in space. Your inner ear senses whether you're tilting left, right, forward, or back. And your feet, specifically, the small muscles and joints in your feet and ankles, send constant signals to your brain about pressure, weight, and contact with the ground. All 3 systems feed information to your brain, and your brain responds by making hundreds of micro adjustments every second to keep you upright. Here's the hidden part most people don't realize. Balance isn't one thing. It's a conversation between these 3 systems, and the quality of that conversation determines how steady you feel. If you held the position for less than 10 seconds, it usually means one of two things. Either the signals between these systems aren't as sharp as they could be, or your body hasn't practiced integrating them recently. It's like a phone line with a weak connection. The information is there, but it's not flowing clearly. This doesn't mean something is wrong. It means the pathways need practice. If you made it to 10 or 15 seconds, your systems are communicating, but there's room to strengthen the connection. You're stable, but under challenge, like walking on uneven ground or turning quickly, you might notice hesitation. That's your body being cautious because it's not fully confident in the feedback it's getting. And if you hit 20 seconds or more, your balance network is active and responsive. Your brain trusts the information it's receiving from your eyes, inner ear, and feet. This is the level where most everyday movements, stepping off a curb, reaching for something on a high shelf, navigating a crowded space, feel controlled and automatic. But here's what catches people off guard. Your number today isn't permanent. It's a snapshot. And unlike things that genuinely decline with age, like the elasticity of your skin, your balance system responds to practice. Fast. We're talking days, not months. The reason most people's balance fades isn't because the systems stop working. It's because modern life doesn't challenge them. You walk on flat, predictable surfaces. You hold onto railings. You avoid situations where you might feel unsteady. All of that makes sense, it's safe. But it also means your balance system goes quiet. It's still there. It's just waiting for a reason to wake up. So your number, whether it's 5 seconds or 25, tells you where the conversation between your systems is right now. And in the next section, we're going to break down the biggest myth about why balance declines in the first place. Because it's not what you think. Here's what most people believe. Balance gets worse as you age. It's just part of getting older. Your body breaks down, your reflexes slow, and there's nothing you can do about it. Let me show you why that's not true. Yes, certain physical changes happen with age. Your joints might feel different. Your muscles might not respond as quickly as they did at 20. But balance? Balance is a skill. And skills don't disappear because of age, they fade because of disuse. Think about it this way. If you stopped reading for 10 years, you wouldn't lose the ability to read. But the first time you picked up a book again, it would feel slow and effortful. Your brain would need time to reactivate those pathways. Balance works the same way. The systems are still there. The inner ear still senses motion. Your feet still send signals. Your eyes still track movement. But if you haven't asked those systems to work together in a challenging way, like standing on one leg, walking on uneven ground, or making a quick turn, they've gone dormant. Here's the proof. Studies on people in their 70s and 80s show that balance can improve significantly with just a few weeks of targeted practice. Not months, weeks. We're talking about measurable changes in stability, reaction time, and confidence. That doesn't happen if the system is broken. It happens when the system is reactivated. So why do so many people over 60 struggle with balance? Because modern environments don't demand it. You walk on flat sidewalks. You use handrails. You avoid slippery surfaces. You move carefully to prevent falls. All of that is smart and safe, but it also means your balance system never gets tested, and when a system isn't tested, it quietly shuts down. The issue isn't age, it's opportunity. Your body adapts to what you ask it to do. If you ask it to stay safe and stable on predictable surfaces, it will. But if you challenge it even gently, it responds. The pathways strengthen. The communication between your eyes, inner ear, and feet sharpens. Your confidence builds. Here's the shift. You're not trying to recover something you've lost. You're reawakening something that's been waiting. Your balance system doesn't need to be rebuilt. It needs to be reminded that it still works. And that's exactly what we're going to do next. Because once you understand that balance is a skill, not a fixed trait, you can start training it. The first step is simple, and it starts with your feet. Most people don't realize it, but your feet are the foundation of your entire balance system. And in the next section, I'm going to show you how to check if that foundation is actually working and how to fix it if it's not. Here's what most people believe. Balance gets worse as you age. It's just part of getting older. Your body breaks down, your reflexes slow, and there's nothing you can do about it. Let me show you why that's not true. Yes, certain physical changes happen with age. Your joints might feel different. Your muscles might not respond as quickly as they did at 20. But balance? Balance is a skill. And skills don't disappear because of age. They fade because of disuse. Think about it this way. If you stopped reading for 10 years, you wouldn't lose the ability to read. But the first time you picked up a book again, it would feel slow and effortful. Your brain would need time to reactivate those pathways. Balance works the same way. The systems are still there. The inner ear still senses motion. Your feet still send signals. Your eyes still track movement. But if you haven't asked those systems to work together in a challenging way, like standing on one leg, walking on uneven ground, or making a quick turn, they've gone dormant. Here's the proof. Studies on people in their 70s and 80s show that balance can improve significantly with just a few weeks of targeted practice. Not months, weeks. We're talking about measurable changes in stability, reaction time, and confidence. That doesn't happen if the system is broken. It happens when the system is reactivated. So why do so many people over 60 struggle with balance? Because modern environments don't demand it. You walk on flat sidewalks, you use handrails, you avoid slippery surfaces, you move carefully to prevent falls. All of that is smart and safe, but it also means your balance system never gets tested, and when a system isn't tested, it quietly shuts down. The issue isn't age, it's opportunity. Your body adapts to what you ask it to do. If you ask it to stay safe and stable on predictable surfaces, it will. But if you challenge it even gently, it responds. The pathways strengthen. The communication between your eyes, inner ear, and feet sharpens. Your confidence builds. Here's the shift. You're not trying to recover something you've lost. You're reawakening something that's been waiting. Your balance system doesn't need to be rebuilt. It needs to be reminded that it still works. And that's exactly what we're going to do next. Because once you understand that balance is a skill, not a fixed trait, you can start training it. The first step is simple, and it starts with your feet. Most people don't realize it, but your feet are the foundation of your entire balance system. And in the next section, I'm going to show you how to check if that foundation is actually working, and how to fix it if it's not. Let's talk about your feet. Most people think balance happens at the hips or the core. But the truth is, balance starts at the ground. And if your feet aren't sending clear signals to your brain, the entire system struggles. Here's what's happening. The bottom of your foot has 3 main contact points: your heel, the ball of your foot under your big toe, and the outer edge near your little toe. Together, these 3 points form a tripod. When all 3 points are active and grounded, your foot becomes a stable base. Your brain gets clean, accurate feedback about where you are in space. But when one or more of those points goes quiet, when you're putting too much weight on your heel or rolling onto the outer edge, the signals get muddy. Your brain doesn't know exactly where you are, so it overcompensates. That's when you feel wobbly. Most people over 60 have lost awareness of this tripod, not because their feet are broken, but because they've been wearing cushioned shoes, walking on flat surfaces, and never asking their feet to work independently. The muscles that control the tripod have been asleep for years. Here's how to check if your foot tripod is working. Stand barefoot with your feet hip-width apart. Close your eyes for a moment and notice where the pressure is. Are you leaning back onto your heels? Are you gripping with your toes? Or can you feel all 3 points, heel, ball of the foot, outer edge, making contact with the ground evenly? If you feel uneven pressure, that's your starting point. And here's the fix. It's called foot tripod activation. Stand with your feet hip-width apart. Without curling your toes or lifting your heels, press gently into all 3 points, heel, ball of the big toe, and the outer edge of your foot. You're not trying to grip the floor. You're just waking up the contact. Hold this for 5 seconds, then release. Do it again and again. What you're doing is retraining your brain to recognize those 3 points. You're reminding your foot that it has a structure, not just a flat surface. And the moment your brain starts receiving clear signals from your feet, your balance improves. Not because you've built strength, though that will come, but because the information flowing from your feet to your brain is sharper. Try this a few times throughout the day, standing at the sink, waiting for the kettle, brushing your teeth. It takes 5 seconds, and it rewires the foundation of your balance system. Here's what people notice within days. Standing feels more grounded. That subtle wobble when you're on one leg starts to settle. You don't have to think as hard about staying upright. It just happens. Your feet are the first checkpoint in your balance system. And once they're online, everything above them, your ankles, your hips, your core, works better. Now that your foundation is waking up, let's talk about how to build on it, because the next step is where real progress happens. Now that your feet are awake, let's build a practice you can do every day. This isn't about adding an extra workout to your routine. It's about taking the test you did at the beginning and turning it into a training tool. A few minutes a day. That's all it takes. Here's the foundation layer. Start with the same single-leg stand you tested earlier. But this time, you're not just checking how long you can hold it. You're practicing with intention. Stand near a wall or counter for safety, but don't hold on unless you need to. Lift one foot a few inches off the ground and hold for 10 seconds. That's your baseline. Do this twice on each leg, once a day. What you're doing here is giving your balance system a daily challenge. Your brain needs repetition to strengthen the pathways between your eyes, inner ear, and feet. 10 seconds might not sound like much, but consistency is what matters. Do this every day for a week, and you'll notice the wobble starts to calm down. Your body learns to trust the position. Once 10 seconds feels steady, and it will add the enhancement layer. This is where progress accelerates. Instead of just holding the position, close your eyes for the last 3 to 5 seconds. When you remove vision, your brain has to rely more heavily on signals from your inner ear and feet. It's harder, but it's also where the real adaptation happens. Your balance system gets sharper because it's being asked to work without one of its usual supports. Here's what to expect. The first time you close your eyes, you'll probably feel unstable. That's normal. Your brain is adjusting. But within a few days, you'll notice you can hold it longer. And that improvement isn't just physical, it's neurological. Your brain is building better communication between the systems that keep you upright. Now, the sustainability layer. This is how you lock in the progress and keep improving over time. Once closing your eyes feels manageable, try the semi-tandem stance. Place one foot directly in front of the other, heel to toe, and hold for 10 seconds. Then progress to the full tandem stance, feet in a straight line, like you're standing on a tightrope. These variations challenge your balance in a different way, and they keep your system engaged. The key is to never let it get too easy. As soon as one version feels comfortable, add a small challenge. Close your eyes, narrow your stance, slow down your breathing. Your balance system thrives on novelty and difficulty, not strain but challenge. Do this daily. It doesn't take long. 2 to 3 minutes. Total, and the results compound. What feels shaky today will feel solid in 2 weeks. What feels solid in 2 weeks will feel effortless in a month. Your balance isn't fixed, it's trainable. And now you have the exact steps to train it. So here's what you now know. That 10-second balance test isn't just a number. It's a snapshot of how well your brain, feet, and inner ear are communicating. And the best part? That communication can be strengthened at any age. You've learned that balance doesn't fade because you're getting older. It fades because it hasn't been challenged. But now you have the tools to change that. You know how to test your balance. You understand what the result means. You've activated the foundation, your foot tripod, and you have a daily practice that builds on itself, layer by layer. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. A few minutes a day, and your balance system wakes up. You feel more grounded, more confident, more in control of how your body moves through space. If you found this helpful, we have more videos on walking mechanics, stability drills, and gentle movement strategies designed specifically for bodies over 50. Everything here is built around one idea. Your body isn't broken. It's waiting for the right instruction. Start with the test. Build the foundation. Practice daily. And watch what happens when you give your balance system the attention it's been waiting for.